All right, so here he is, the undefeated middleweight contender, Paulo Costa. Most would argue this is the scariest power puncher in the 185-pound division at present. And I think for those that would doubt him, he answered a lot of those naysayers in the Yoel Romero fight, outlasting that freak of a man over 15 powerful minutes back in 2019. Paulo Costa appears destined for future greatness, but obviously a big test in front of him here tonight, one he is hoping to pass with flying colors. Very interesting stylistic matchup forthcoming here. You gotta think this fighter is trying to figure out how to get the fight to the ground at all costs to use his beautiful guard-cutting ability. Cuts it as well as anybody in this division, and it's not just the technique. It's the athleticism that allows him to be so successful and get that advantageous position on the ground. A lot of guys just haven't seen seamless transitions like the ones brought to the table by this young man. We'll see if this fight goes to the canvas, if he has the advantage we expect him to have. All right, so the latest title defense arrives here and now for the UFC's undisputed middleweight champion. And prevailing wisdom is it's going to take a huge effort out of the challenger tonight to dethrone this dominant king.
Absolutely. You do not beat this guy without being on your A game. And not even just your A game is going to get it done. You have got to overachieve in order to beat this guy. This guy is firmly entrenched as the best in the world. When you look at him, you know he's the best. From the way he carries himself, to the confidence, to the skill set. He's the champ, and he doesn't intend for that to change.
Seemed as though it was maybe a difficult weight cut or more difficult than once prior, but he didn't want to hear any of that noise in advance of this latest middleweight championship title defense. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. Or tell the tape for this middleweight championship fight. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buck.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Paulo the Eraser Costa. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Azamat the Professional Murzakanov.
And there's Herb Dean. He will handle the action inside the octagon. All right, so with that touch of the gloves, we are underway with this stand-up-only fight. A couple of rules in play here, we'll remind you. No grappling of any type. Also, fighters cannot do any follow-up strikes on the floor. Let's see how it plays out. Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides.
Great job getting that punch to the target.
Oh, yes, it is a lost art in mixed martial arts. Not just the jab, but the double jab.
I mean, a beautiful double jab. That thing's throwing right from the chin, too.
Left hook to the head.
Another strike to the head lands.
Oh. Fast pace here in the early going. Man, that left hand is money in the bank tonight. Beautiful combination there. If you are teaching an up-and-coming fighter about throwing volume strikes effectively, you can do worse than watching the film on this guy.
It's a master class, John. It's a master class in mixing up the target, mixing up the strikes, and ending your combination with a kick.
So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for the powerful Paulo Costa. That one connected.
Nasty high kick. How is he still standing?
blocks the shot. Oh, tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Costa.
And everything's landing with so much power. Over and over, he is landing punches to the head.
Kick there as he lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
Well, he rocked him, but couldn't finish it.
He rocked him.
Back to the feet. Front kick to the body is there. Nice work by Costa. Oh, straight punch. It's there again. Under a minute now to go in this one.
Back and forth we go. These two guys are trading huge shots. Big right hand.
Oh, with authority the body. There's that left hand. Just misses with that one. Oh, nasty cut right on the bridge of the nose. He is bleeding. Final seconds of the round. Oh, what a way to end the round. He got stunned by a huge shot there just before you heard the horn, so he gets saved by the bell. The question is, though, what type of condition will he be in when he gets up off that stool? 60 seconds here to recover. The onus is on his corner to keep his head in the fight. All right, so there's the end of the round. He stayed committed to doing damage upstairs and landed a seminal blow in that round.
It was accumulation of those strikes. He kept hitting him over and over to the head. Eventually, he found the one that really did damage his opponent.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, let's get to round two. All right, so here we go. The crowd on its feet as this next round gets underway. You saw in the previous round, both fighters got rocked. I don't think the scorecards are going to be needed for this fight.
No, the scorecard will not be needed. If we continue to fight as we did in the previous round, somebody is going to sleep.
Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do much with that cut. It continues to widen with every passing strike.
And you're fighting a great fighter.
Now his opponent's really on the ropes.
His opponent's on Beat Street. He's hurt so bad. I don't know what he's going to do to stay in this fight.
Costa's nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge. Both fighters starting to open up a little bit.
Trying to recover, but he's in a lot of trouble.
And back to his feet.
Man, what a fight.
Costa's blocked. That'll do it!
Oh, my goodness!
All right, the official decision is inside the octagon. That's where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 21 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout and new UFC middleweight champion of the world,